Well, well, well. Here we are again. 15, 20 years later, talking about primal conflict. You know what? Let me give you my better side. Chopper, you've been putting on a lot of videos. Quite a few of mine. I appreciate that. I like that. In all seriousness, Chopper, you're the man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yo, man,
And
you
know
see
what?
Vert?
Vert?
I can't find Vert.
Vert?
You
Wait a
thought-
second.
Who was this about?
Wait,
Oh, is this a chopper?
This is the Chopper video.
Oh,
Dude,
my
you're
bad.
cutting in on this?
My bad.
Oh, dude, that's okay. That's
Oh,
okay.
damn.
You know what?
Hold up. I'm sorry. Hold up.
Let's go get Vert on the phone. Oh, no, you know what? Let's do this now.
Let's be a lot easier if we did this way. Listen, Chop, you're doing a lot of good stuff, man. Primal Conflict coming at you straight up. This is how we do things. You know what? It was always something different, something on the cuff. And Primal Conflict was just that. So as you see the two of us here together, there is more of this coming along. So for you, everybody out there watching, be ready. There's a lot more independence on this way.
Don't just look
Fine,
for
Vert.
that. Look for everything. Because not only is Chopper putting on the best, he's putting on not only the best, the pinnacle. Again, the pinnacle. One more time. The pinnacle.
Hey, the burgers are burning.
The burgers are burning?
Yeah.
Dude, Chopper, peace. I gotta go eat. Have
Do you remember referee Sean Hansen?
Yeah, he wrestled for a little bit too, right?
Well, yeah, he wrestled Ariel. He wrestled
Blonde kid, right?
short blonde hair.
Yeah, he grew it long for a little bit, didn't he?
I
Real
don't, well, I
skinny,
have,
real skinny kid.
yeah, I haven't seen. He was doing Ring of Honor, JPW.
Wasn't he
This,
wrestling with JC Marks? Is that the kid from JC Marks
oh,
crew?
no. This is no.
Oh, that's a different Hanson than I'm thinking about.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey. He wrestled. He did TNA. He worked for RH from the beginning. JPW.
I think I know him if I seen him, but I'm confusing him with those other Hanson now, I think.
Yeah, but being on the, we used to do road. Me, him, Jay Lethal, a couple other guys. We used to like do road trips, and Sean Hansen and Jay Lethal doing impersonations. Jay Lethal doing Ric Flair way before the TNA shit, and it's hilarious. Like 3-4 hour car rides of just them two going back and forth doing interviews of different wrestlers and their voices, and oh, it's funny. Very talented.
After all this time, now you mentioned car rides with Jay Lethal.
Yeah, yeah, that was a lot of fun. But damn.
Well, we still got so much more. I don't know
Yeah.
what you want to do. You wanna call it a night?
Yeah. With, oh, yeah, it's like almost 9:30 now. We could maybe do it next week, where I'll have lighting at the house, and I'll try to see. I want to get Wi-Fi at the house. See if I can get Wi-Fi at the. That way I can do everything from home. It'll be better.
I mean, whatever you want to do. I know we still got so much to cover. I would like to do Primal at some point. We don't got to do it. I mean, I still didn't cover a lot. I still got ROH with Homicide, Jay Lethal, Yankee Pro we barely touched. A lot of Primal we didn't touch. Luna Vachon, Vampire Warrior, Donnie drinking up at the beach, backyard wrestling, busting yourself open with a rock. ROH, November 2003 with Jose and Ortiz in New Jersey. That's just stuff I got jotted down.
What was that, Ortiz?
Ortiz, Jose, ROH in November 2003.
Was I there?
This is something you mentioned to me that day. You were all doped up.
Oh,
ROH November 2003, Jose versus Luis Ortiz in New Jersey?
Ring of Honor put out a DVD. That's what it was.
You don't have to cover it now. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah.
mentioning this is all stuff that we didn't cover that I had jotted down.
Yeah, Jose and Luis Ortiz wrestled ROH shows at the Elizabeth, New Jersey, at this sports complex that they had over there. Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, my memory isn't that so good.
And I'm sure as we talk, a million other things will come up.
Yeah. So yeah, we could, next week if you want to do it again.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
definitely. We can just talk throughout the week if you want and figure it out, unless you want to set it up. We didn't cover half your stuff. We didn't cover half my stuff, and we talked for 6 hours.
Yeah.
We didn't cover Primal.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. We'll just talk throughout the week. We'll set up another time.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I really think if I had a show set up, we could do this like a weekly thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But which eventually I might do once I get my shit set up. I might do with different people or with a person, have somebody a different day of the week or whatever. I don't know what I'm shooting towards if I get the interest in the people that want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe do somebody for a month and then another month do another person or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's out there, what people are willing to do, but if it flows this easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people want to do it, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to think of the round table. That's the word I'm looking for. Because I always watch the WWE. They do that thing where they got like Booker T, Moxley's wife, Renee Russo. Was that her name? Jerry Lawler. Like there'll be a group of people. They just all chit chat about wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's next. Like I wanted to do the independents. We were talking about doing the independents, Jose and Charisma and them, you know what I mean, all together at once.
Yep.
But then start doing people together would be great. Do a feud, like, oh, you and Dave together, you know how you feud and talk about your feud, and then do, you know, stuff like that. Jose and Vert together, and do you know, that'd be a cool thing too.
Yeah.
You and Stallion together would be cool. I think, was it you and Stallion that did what's his name show? Oh no, it was Kyle. It was Kyle and Stallion. I seen on whose show was it? You said you did?
Oh, Leo's.
Yeah, Leo's show.
They did it like a Skype. I think they did it by Skype.
Yeah, they did a Skype show. It was Kyle and him. I watched that. That was pretty good.
Yes. That was funny.
But yeah, I got a lot of ideas of doing stuff like that. It's just people willing to do it and setting up. It's like everybody seems willing to do it. It's just trying to get it set up. Like me and you, how many times have we talked about doing it? We finally did it. But once you do it, it's like, wow, this is fun. You know, everybody likes doing it and talking to wrestling. It's hard to get off and stop doing it. My girlfriend's like, supper's ready. I'm like, you guys might as well eat. You know, keep it on the stove for me. She just went to bed a little while ago. I'm like,
oh no.
Well, that's fine.
But yeah, we'll do it. Just let me know next week. You know, just shoot me a message. What's good for you? And Joe Brew. I gotta see that one.
The Joe Bruin thing's like this. It's like 6 hours long. It's eight parts. Wow. Each like a half an hour to 40 minutes long.
Because seeing Joe Bruin, he never likes the spotlight. When we do the Hall of Fame, induction ceremony, he likes it. He stands up to the side, and anytime somebody like gives him like credit or acknowledgement, he just like he gets really like he gets shy. You know, like he does like I don't know. He like just stands up to the side and.
Oh, he loved doing it. He wants to do more. He's like, anytime again, we want to do it again and fill in the blanks or anything. And I'm like, we're probably gonna do more, but I'm like, I got so many other people to do. You know, like him, like I want to do more in the Hall of Fame with him or something, you know, sometime I'll probably do an interview just on the Hall of Fame or after a Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah, that's a story. When I got inducted when he inducted me in 2009, that was there's a lot of story behind that. There's because I got inducted. Steve Bradley got inducted that night after he had passed. Ox Baker got inducted, and that was the one guy that scared the living crap out of me when I was a kid, because all I ever saw was pictures. You see the pictures, you see Ox Baker causes riot, you see him all busted open. Ox Baker kills man with hot punch. Like, you hear all these stories, and he's the nicest guy, when I met him, But
That's the one I was at, right?
yeah, we got a picture there. That's the
Yeah,
one
Gino got inducted. That's my picture on my back on my page.
Yeah.
That
was
is the
one, yeah.
last wrestling event I have ever been to.
Oh, really? The funniest thing is I had this, like, I had an actually written speech, and like with points I wanted to mention, and I show up and I don't have it. So Jose's like, "Don't worry, you'll be fine." And then right next to me is Ted DiBiase, and I'm like, I just want to get up there, say a little something, and get down. But the funny thing about that night was, like, I'm trying to be cool, I'm not trying to like mock out about Ted DiBiase, but every time somebody said something funny and Ted DiBiase laughed, it was the $1 Million Man laugh. Or it's like Chloe's looking at me. She was, what? I'm like, I can't stop laughing. She goes, what's going on? Like, every time somebody says something, I says, all I hear is Ted DiBiase going, like the $1 Million laugh, And I thought it was really cool. But I told Joe Bruin, I says, that was the night that I felt like the nameless guy sent on Star Trek to the planet with Captain Kirk. And he goes, what do you mean? And I says, well, when you told me I was going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame, I said, oh, this is really cool. I was excited. And then, I see, Steve Bradley's name, oh my God, that's even cool. And Ox Baker and all the, Gino, and like all these people. And I'm all of a sudden, I feel like the guy with no name tag and no taser gun getting sent down the spot. Like, I was like the unknown guy on the roster. But it was funny. It was a good night. I had a lot of fun at that one.
Yeah, that was a good night. Like I said, I think that either that or Joe Bruin's Whole Food Show. Was that before or after that? The first one of them.
I remember when he did the Whole Foods event in Providence.
That was the last two wrestling things I ever went to. He did two of them. The first one he did of that in the first Hall of Fame. That was the last two because he asked me, will you come down? And then he wanted me to film the Hall of Fame the next year. And I didn't. And I wish I did because I never knew how big it was going to become. I was like, I can't handle that. That's too big for me.
The one after that was one with Savolis.
I believe so. I'm not sure. I never went after that. I never did nothing wrestling related. I stopped watching wrestling. I quit wrestling after that for like years.
The one with the Savolis was hilarious. I got cocked way before the event. I sat with Zach Carter. I was told that Fred Spada was going to make an appearance. The Savolis were there. Danny Davis, the referee. Tim White, the referee. I can't remember. There's a bunch of other guys there too. Joel Davis inducted. Oh my God. The guys from ECW, Rocco Rock, Public Enemy. And I just kept drinking and drink. I wasn't driving. I was drinking beers. I was drinking Long Island iced teas. I was doing shots. I was cocked. And again, Zach keeps telling me, oh, Spot is on his way. Spot is on his way. So somebody does they're doing an induction and stuff like that. And there's a moment of silence. For whatever reason, it's something that changing things out, whatever. They're fixing the microphone, whatever. And in comes walking Freddie Spada. And I just yell out, you cocksucker, you son of a bitch. I start imitating him. I do the worst imitations, and he's just looking around. Everybody's laughing. And he's looking around like, what the hell? And like, I'm just like, I'm drunk.
Who's Freddie Spada? I thought it was Mike Spada.
I'm sorry, Mike Spada. But Freddie Spada is his brother. He was a referee for WWE. Freddie Spot. He had the nose. It's funny looking nose. If you Google him, you'll see him. He
Are
was a
you talking about Mike or Freddie though that came there?
Mike Spotter, the one that everybody does the impression of. And I started doing the impression because I thought, I figured, Zach would chime in. No, Zach's like, shh, tell me to stop. But yeah, that was a fun one because ICCW with the Savolis, that was another company I watched.
I
when was a
have
kid.
tons of that stuff on tape. I started posting it, and they
Yeah.
actually messaged me and asked me to stop posting it, so I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually gonna message them. I want to get a couple of companies to post, like I told you, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
message them and ask them if they'll let me promote them. Say, hey, can I keep posting you if I direct people towards you to watch more of it or something? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll let me, but maybe they will. Maybe they won't. It's worth a try.
Savolis is funny because what little that I know, they got themselves involved in a lot of legal issues with other companies.
Everybody's told me nobody owns that footage. That's what I've been told by,
Oh, really?
again, I've heard, but
Yeah.
over all the years, I've heard that footage is not owned. That and the Texas footage of World Class has always been thrown around as nobody owns the rights to it.
Well, the World Class, they kept it in a barn, so a lot of it degraded. And then I know Vince owns
Well,
some
I
of it.
have all that too.
Oh, do you? I know Vince bought a lot of it, and
Yeah, but it's funny with the Jareds and Vince, there's different TV shows and there's the ESPN deal and there's different TV rights in there that some slip through the cracks. There's a
was that
certain,
the
there's
global?
Memphis and there's Texas and there's global and all that
Yep.
ties into it.
Yeah.
There's the Texas feed and there's the Memphis feed. Vince owns the Memphis feed. There's a Texas feed that's the fishy part and the ICCW that you're talking about. And then there's ICCW New England when
Oh,
Rumble
Jesus.
was there and stuff. It's all confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I just never really followed any of that. I don't know how you follow it.
I only do because I'm trying to post it. I'm trying to stay post. I'm just trying to give people stuff that they can't see elsewhere that I own. I own all this stuff. I'm like, people should get to see it. That's all my attitude is. And I don't want to get in trouble.
Have you tried reaching out to Cornette?
No, I haven't.
He's I don't know who responds because I'll send him some. Sometimes I'll send an email or I'll suggest a topic. Hey, I think this would be a good topic, and whoever replies back to me is very, very kind. Very I don't know if it's Brian Last or somebody else that works for Cornette. I don't know if he responds, but they respond pretty quick.
I sent one thing, the worst pay-per-view ever. I own the worst pay-per-view ever that nobody's ever seen. That it's got the most views ever.
That woman's pay-per-view. I remember you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the most views ever on my page, and everybody that's ever watched it is like, "Holy crap! I can't believe you got this." Even people that heard of it are like, "Oh my god!" I sent it to that and that other website that reviews stuff. Wrestling with Regret. Have you ever watched that, dude?
No.
Oh, he did Wrestling with Regret. He like tears stuff apart. I was like, dude, you gotta do this one. I sent it to him. I go, just give me credit for it.
I like the ones that I follow on YouTube is Cornette, Botchamania, and the one from England where the kid dresses up as a king, royal king.
I
Oh
don't think
my
I
God.
know that one.
He has a name and he's got a crown, the cape, the scepter. Oh, it's a group from England. They got the guy named Simon. He's got a shaved head.
Oh yeah.
What culture?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I used to listen. I haven't listened to it in a long time.
Oh, well, they got this guy who dresses up as a king, and
He got in a bunch of trouble too, didn't he? Where they stopped him for something. I forget.
who's that?
That Simon guy. Something happened with him.
2 years ago. I think that got squashed. I think
Yeah, it did get squashed. I don't not listen to him because of that. I stopped listening to him just because he's too pro AEW. Like, do no wrong. Everything's perfect. Everything's.
yeah,
I can't stand anybody that's like that. It's like, come on, that sucked, and admit it. You know, like Meltzer. I can't listen to Meltzer or Brian, his sidekick there. Like, everything is perfect. Everything is like, admit it if it's bad.
Brian Gertowitz.
No, the other one, Brian,
Brian.
the one that does Meltzer's thing.
Trying to remember now.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He's with Meltzer. He's always with Meltzer.
Huh. The one kid I used to like talking to, Gabe Sapolsky. He started out with RF video. He started out with ECW, and then he took over Ring of Honor and everything. He's a really good kid to talk to. Very smart. He reminds me like a young, like, well, I mean, it's different age and difference, but he reminds me of a George. A lot of good ideas. I don't know whatever happened to him. I know he did Dragon Gate, something like that.
Yeah, he was doing Evolve, and then he was doing Dragon Gate. He was doing.
Yes.
He's still doing something. I think he's always doing something.
Yeah. Smart kid.
I want to say Dragon Gate's still around. I think it closed down for COVID, and I think it's had a show not too long ago. I think.
Have you heard of Circus? Circus, maybe
Wrestle
called?
Circus.
Wrestle Circus. Flip Gordon worked on a show there, and he sent me some footage of some of his matches, and stuff's been fantastic. Yeah,
I've seen good stuff there. I don't like the name. I think the name hurts it.
Too Connie sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
And it reminds me of flips. You know, not to say anything bad about Flip Gordon, but
Yeah.
the flip thing has gone too far and it's starting to hurt the wrestling business. I think too many flips, you know, and the Wrestle Circus thing gives me the idea. Oh, it's going to be all flips and no psychology.
Yeah. Somebody called me the Ole Anderson of New England. I was either on Facebook or some one of the group Facebook. I think it was a Facebook group. Said you sound like the Ole Anderson of New England. Where I'm like,
is that better or worse than Jim Cornette? Probably worse, huh?
I don't know.
Cornette laughs and jokes around a lot more than Ole did.
Yes, Ole has no sense of humor. Because I'm like, you know what? I just give up complaining. You know, these guys want to slap their leg, let them go right ahead. You want to do a flip? I said, if I'm in a fight, what is doing a 360 going to do? You know, what you got to think that mentality. Who there's somebody I want to say it was Steven Regal. Think, shoot, then work. I mean, you know, like think of what you're doing as a shoot, as a fight, and then work. You know, like think like if you're in a match, are you gonna the worm? It's ridiculous. You got the guy down, he's out, he ain't moving, and you're gonna dance, do a worm, and then do a splash on him. You know what I'm saying? Like the other thing that's Al Snow, he's a big proponent on when you know, like they do a headlock, they push the guy off, and the guy takes a shoulder tackle. Well, the guy that's standing up, what does he do? He runs the ropes, jumps over the guy. Well, if you shoulder block the guy and he goes down, why not cover him? Why do they keep running away from you? You know,
nobody goes for covers anymore.
No, false finishes. A false finish. again, this is back when Savannah Souza would come in. He said a false finish is near the very end of a match. You're doing false finishes at the first 3 minutes of a match that's going 20 minutes. False finish should be like the guy is so beaten down that he's almost out of it. You know, like a cover right at the beginning of a match, 1 count. If you're getting a 2 count at the beginning of a match, it shouldn't. You know.
Well, you never see 1 counts anymore.
Nope, it's everything's 2. The big 2.
2.
That's the big 2. Because I don't know. I was watching
It
Hogan.
don't have to make sense. There's no more kayfabe. Vince told us it's fake. Kayfabe's dead. Vince told us.
Well, you know why he did that
Yes, so we don't have to pay the commission,
in New Jersey.
the athletic commission,
They when they
the money grab.
it was the Continental. It was where Steve Austin got his neck broke with Owen. The Continental Arena, I think it was. But for him to do shows there, they were like, the insurance was astronomical, and in order for him to get the proper insurance cheap, he had to admit that it was entertainment, not sport. But
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's who cares if you know it's entertainment? It's that one time that you look where you're going, I know what this is, but them two look mad at each other. That wasn't set up, but wait a minute. Did they go overboard right there? Are they really mad? Are they really getting mad? Wait, that might be. Wait, I'm not sure about that. He really hit him, and maybe he's mad. Maybe they would. Maybe that's what you need right there. That minute, that moment.
how many times have you watched Okay, I'm trying. I gotta go look for it. I'll find it for you. There's a WrestleMania or a pay-per-view that someone, I think it might have been Jim Cornette, used that as an example. He says every single match on that card looked faked. It looked fake except for one. It was Chris Benoit. He goes, I watched that.
Oh, you probably won't find that online.
Oh, the match?
Do they still show Benoit matches online? Don't they block them all?
Not on the network, no. They took him out. But you can still find matches. I might still have the DVDs too. But
I have them all. I have all the tapes, all that stuff. But I'm saying, I don't even know if they show them on YouTube. Do they? They might.
No, they will. Yeah, the Benoit matches. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't sure. I know on the network they won't show them. I wasn't sure about YouTube.
I got a 7-disc Benoit set. I got the 4 or 5 disc Dynamite Kid, and I think it's a 7-disc Benoit, and it covers everything from the J. Oh my God,
Super J Cup,
Super J Cups, the
Pegasus Kid stuff,
Pegasus Kid, the Calgary stuff, all the way, like then ECW, WCW, WWE.
Yeah,
but
that stuff's awesome. That stuff's really good.
But it's a pay-per-view. I want to say it's a WrestleMania. Cornette said you can watch this pay-per-view and say everything on that card is fake, but Benoit, that match was real because the intensity of Benoit. He looks like he was, I don't want to say killing people, but he looked intense. His shit looked real,
That's what today's missing.
Yep. The girls are the worst. Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair.
And everybody's like, we want more girls. Girls should have more matches. Girls should be main events. Girls should be. Tessa Blanchard looks good. You ever watch a Tessa Blanchard match?
Yep. Tessa, who did I see her work? It was a Beyond show. Beyond Wrestling. I thought she had a good match. I think she was still with that kid from WWF now.
Yeah, he's in AEW now. Oh no.
No, this kid's still WWE. He does the thing where he jumps in him and something black. There's a guy in WWF that's now in the AEW. He does like a satanic gimmick,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He got the thing on his eye
and this is his
and
tag team
thing to
partner,
the ring.
a Superman. He does a Superman pose in the ring. Anyways, they were together at one point, and
Alistair Black now, isn't it?
Alex the Black, that's him. And then his partner in WWE, it was still in WWE. He was going out with Tesla, fucking car, Tessa Blanchard. Around
Yeah,
this
I
time.
don't know because I don't watch WWE, so I don't know who he tagged with. Was it
Uh,
Buddy Murphy?
Nope.
Because he just showed up.
Shit. The hell's this kid's name?
What's he look like?
Small kid. Oh dear Lord. He was in NXT. The last match that the Viking Raiders had before they went to WWF was with this team. Trevor. His real name is Trevor.
Lee?
Who?
The kid with the long hair?
Nope. Shaved head. He's in WWF right now. His real name is Trevor. And he used to date Tessa Blanchard. And I think he's got like a one-word name or something. When he leaps into the ring, he does like a Superman pose. Ricochet.
Yep. I know. Yep.
Yeah, Ricochet. Oh my God, my head hurts now.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I couldn't think of that either.
But
I've watched Ricochet since the beginning. I remember when he had straightened hair, long hair. Did you ever see him with straightened long hair?
Oh Jesus.
He started out for Ian Rotten in IWA Mid-South. He was like 90 pounds, and he was doing crazy flips back then. Ass kicked by like hardcore guys like your size, just like clothesline him out. He'd do like 6 flips and get clotheslined out of his boots, punch in the face.
Yeah. But yeah, he was dating her at the time when I saw her. I thought she was pretty good.
No, she can work. Watch some of her matches. Like, she wrestles like a guy, and I mean that like well, you know what I mean? Like, she goes in and she's small, and she like, I've seen her wrestle some really good matches where I was really impressed.
Well, the girl Bianca Belair, I like her. Her stuff looks real. And Becky. You know, that's Ronda Rousey just that ruined it for me when she went on Twitter and said that professional wrestling is like fake fighting with your friends. It's
No, there used to be a few I liked. I used to like Mischief. Have you ever seen her?
No.
Mischief. Cheerleader Melissa used to be pretty good back in the day.
No. Is that Glow?
No, they were just independent girls. Cheerleader Melissa wrestled as she's come up with Awesome Kong and do a different gimmick where she wore like a mask and TNA for a little while. I forget what her name was. She was supposed to be like a foreign lady with Awesome Kong.
I remember when I first saw it, she was, I mean, Ariel came out with Natalia, and then Nikki Rocks, all the girls from New Jersey. Trying to think some of the girls, Cindy Rogers. Those like Cindy Rogers wrestled like Bret Hart. She was amazing. I don't know. Like I said, it's just me. I'm just bitter and miserable that the stuff that's on TV now. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just there's no psychology to it. There's no story. There's no connection to anything. There's no. It's just look at all these moves I can do. Look at all these. You're a great athlete. That's
Yeah.
very skillful. That's great. Get on a gymnast mat and go to do that. That's wonderful. And if you can tie it into a match, that's great. Dynamite Kid, awesome. Look at the stuff he could do.
Yep.
You know, some of it, if you can tie it into a match and make sense, it's good. I'm not saying there ain't a place for it, but if that's all you do and it has no meaning to it and no psychology, it gets boring really quick. The Young Bucks are horrible. I can't watch a Young Bucks match. It's horrible.
It's sickening.
The mockery they do the whole time, they mock stuff the whole. Have you ever watched the episode of BTE?
Is that their YouTube channel? Yes.
It makes me sick. It makes me sick. I watch them more than I'd like to admit, just so I can watch it and go, oh my God, I want to punch these dudes in the face so bad. And I don't think any of them could defend themselves to like almost anybody.
No, they're small, punky kids.
Like these guys would never say a word or do any of this. Could you imagine them walking in a locker room and act like that to Bruiser Brody or Stan Hansen or Dick Murdoch or any wrestler from the past, or Iron Mike Sharp or a jobber from the 80s? They wouldn't dare even look in their direction.
That's why they had to go and start their own company. You know,
it's just sickening to me. It's really sickening the disrespect that they have for a business they're rich off this business and they act that way. It's so sickening to me.
Yep, very disrespectful. Well, I agree.
And then there's people, not to use you as an example, you and so many thousands of people that hurt their body and did so much of the business that got, I don't want to say got nothing out of it, but made little and did so little.
Yeah.
And they're billionaires and sitting there mocking people, mocking Andre the Giant, mocking the Macho Man and stuff. And it's like, who the fuck are you? You've done nothing. All you've done is stolen other people's shit. You dress like the Rockers. You act like the Hardy Boys. You do the Macho Man's thing. You do the Too Sweet they stole from this. And you know?
Yeah.
Come up with something original on your own and then talk to me. You know, the Bullet Club. You didn't even make that up. You took that from Finn Balor. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
Not one original thing. Name one original thing that they've done. Anything.
Nothing. I know.
So you get a finishing move. You name it Meltzer Driver. So they're now you're hooked to them, and you can be promoted by him for the rest of your career.
Yep, he loves them.
Why?
Loves them.
They named the finisher after him. Of course he's gonna. All right, dude. I should probably let you go eat some supper and stuff, huh? You're probably sick of sitting in that car.
But yeah, we'll definitely finish this or continue this next week.
Yeah, let's do some more of this, dude. I hope you enjoyed it and want to do it again.
Absolutely.
I didn't mean to keep you so long, but I'm glad you stayed so long. I hope that wasn't bad.
No, it's good. I liked it.
It's hard to stop once you start. You just start talking. It's like, what? It's been 3 hours? I thought it's been like an hour.
Jesus.
Doesn't it go by quick, though? You don't realize how long it's been.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's like
there's still so much more to tell.
That's why, like the Joe Bruin show is like, well, the Hall of Fame, you sit there with everybody, you just start talking. Next thing you know, 3-4 hours later, it goes right by.
All right, man. Well, I thank you. Thanks for having.
My pleasure.
And I hope to talk to you soon next week, maybe.
Yes, we'll do this next week in the better lighting.
Yeah. I can see you pretty good though. I mean, it's dark, but I can see you fine.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I'll try to lighten it up a little bit.
Okay. Awesome, man. All right, hit me up.
Dave.
Anytime, my pleasure. The weekend, we'll message each other and figure out what's a good time and day next week.
Okay, I'm usually online. You see me, just hit me up. I'm there. If not, I'll answer you when I get online. I'm usually not too long before I'm back on.
Awesome. All right, man. It was awesome to talk to you.
Hey, thanks again. This was awesome. Awesome stories, and I'm sure we got much more to come.
Absolutely. Just the beginning.
Later, man.
All right. Be good. Peace.
Mr. Bader. Telling you to check out Chop's videos on YouTube. He's got the best collection of classics in New England wrestling and professional wrestling in general. So go ahead, subscribe, give him a follow, give him a like, and hit the bell notification so that you get the latest videos when they drop. Y no te olvides, que guste o no te guste, Chop Videos, esa es la que hay.
Hey guys, it's me, Leo of The Ring and All Other Sports, coming to you live from The Ring and All Other Sports headquarters, also known as my living room. You know, I really love doing my show, The Ring and All Other Sports, where I showcase the top talent in New England independent wrestling, from the wrestlers, managers, promoters, referees, all the way down to the fans. But when I need my fix of in-the-ring action, I go to Chop's Video. Chop's Video on YouTube. He's got all the best content, the best footage. Shit's amazing. So go check out Chop's Video on YouTube. Keep up the good work, Chops. Peace.